Okay, we're back, and today's the day. We bought our new plane, and I'm going to do the check ride. So let's make this happen. I do have a few glitches. I'm not quite sure why, but we're just going to see how well this goes. Okay, here's our qualification C. We're in the TBM 930.
Transporter, you must complete this mission to be allowed to use this category of aircraft in our company. First step, let's start your engines according to the aircraft procedure.
And there are TBM 930. A high-performance, single-engine, turboprop. And my glitch is I cannot get Skeeter on the side of the plane. For some reason, we have to fly naked today. I don't know why. It usually has it there, but it's going to be a butthead. So, this is the TBM 930. This is a very efficient private. If you want to fly private planes, just one or two of you, this is the plane. It's not as expensive as a jet. So if it's just you want to fly private, this is a good alternative right here. So I got my Skeeter there, but it's just not on the side of the... Let's just take a nice little look around our cockpit. It's nice and tiny, but the performance is there. Now we're into pressurized cockpit or plane. We don't have to wear oxygen masks. So this is the inside of our nice little TBM. Alright, let's start. She wants us to start it up. This is a little different. I gotta get my everything to work here properly. It's kind of glitchy. We just have a throttle now. We don't have mixture. We don't have prop. It's all automatic. So we will start up here. Okay, gotta come down here. Make sure we're on that.
TAWS system test. Okay.
Okay, it's done its test. So now we have three screens. The center screen is shared by both. This is a single pilot. We don't need a co-pilot in this. Our next plane will need a co-pilot. So let me just run through here real quick like. And get this set up. Now we got little screens that we control what we want to do on these. So I want to turn my WIN on. I like option 3. So now that puts our WIN bug there. And we can change our GPS here. Here's our engine stack. And now this is our setting for this. We can zoom in and out. And now our information's here, ground speeds and stuff. So I think that's good for now. It's been a while since I've flown this plane, so I'm going to get real familiar real quick. Okay, let's turn our...
warning, okay.
We're going to put our fuel selector to auto so it automatically switches. This is our autopilot. And it's in auto ignition, so we hit the starter for 5 seconds. And it'll drop down. And now the plane is going through what it needs to do to fire this up. Because this is basically a jet engine with a prop. So
Now that engine runs, taxi to the runway. Don't exceed 25 knots while taxiing.
So we got
Aural
master.
warning, okay.
So this is telling us everything. Our de-ice is off, left and right, our ignition, the starter. We got to get rid of all of these yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, it's just fired up. Our bleed air is off. So that's the only thing I need to, and that's right here. So we're going to put that in the auto position. Okay, we got rid of all of our yellow bugs. So now this bad boy is fired up. Now we have a little different. We have NG percentages, torque percentages. This is a jet engine with a prop, so it's a little different than what we are used to. Very fun to fly though. And there's our flap indicator. Okay, let me do a quick. We're in auto. Auto. Starters off because we're up and running. We got both of these where they need to be. Don't care about that. It's daylight. We have all our lights on. We are going to turn our taxi lights on. I don't use much of my switches on this because it's easier to use the end. So we're at 14, so if they want us to do 1,000 foot above, I'll go ahead and set my autopilot. The barometer. Alright. Let's get our ATIS. Yeah, we have no internet again.
Information, Quebec 1600 Zulu. Line 0 tree 0 at 14. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 1 tree. Dew point 10.
324, 324, 3024. Visual runway 7, right?
Visual runway 7 left in use. Landing and departing runway 7 right and runway 7 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Quebec.
We have Quebec. I think we're going to go ahead and depart to the north. We'll get out of everybody's airspace.
Deer Valley Ground Dare Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo with Quebec request taxi to the active departure to the north.
Dare Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo taxi to and hold short of runway 7 right using taxiway Charlie cross runway 7 right Charlie. Contact tower on 118.4 when ready.
Okay, we're going to 7 right.
Taxi to and hold short runway 7 right using taxiway Charlie cross runway 7 right Charlie Dare Tango Echo Romeo.
Okay, I think I have everything set up properly. Let's take our brake off. And it automatically wants to haul balls. So what I got to do is really watch my torque percentage here, because now I have reverse. I can put my engine into reverse now, so I can't pull my throttles all the way back. where this happens. It fires up and it brings me to a stop. So it's kind of like your jets having reverse thrust, so it helps you. So what I got to do is put my throttles kind of in the center and adjust accordingly to percentage. If I go too far back, the percentage starts rising, but I'm in reverse. I wish there was a way I could put a stop in there so I could go back to full idle, because we're not under the, we can go full idle in these in flight. It's not like the piston plane anymore where we gotta watch our flash cooling. This we can pretty much so we're so aerodynamic now. When we're coming down, we can keep going quite quickly with no thrust whatsoever. Looks like we have a little bit of crosswind, nothing too major. See, I'm in an idle and this thing wants to cruise. We're doing 19 knots and I'm at a full idle. So I may have to drag the brakes a little bit to make sure we stay under the 25 knot restriction, because we are on a check ride, so. But I can feel that crosswind in the plane. It wants to weather vane. Whenever you have a side wind, it wants to turn the plane into the wind. Okay, here's our runway. I hope I got the right runway. Yes, I do. Hold short, 7 right, using C, Charlie. There we are right here. Hold short, bring the tower up, and let's get a
Deer
VFR.
Valley Tower, Dare Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo ready at runway 7 right north departure.
Dare Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo altimeter tree 0.24 phoneme alphabet equals X Microsoft UPS PH equals WIHND wind slash phoneme 0 tree 0 at 14. Departure to the north approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 7 right.
Gotta love it when you don't have internet.
Cleared for takeoff runway 7 right Dare Tango Echo Romeo.
Okay, let's go ahead and pull out here on the runway. Ooh, listen to that power. Love it. Oops, I went into reverse. So our outside temperature is 13 degrees Celsius. And our ISA temperature is 1 degree, so it's 1 degree over standard temperature at this altitude right now. So now we got two different temperatures we look at. There's a standard temperature per 1,000 feet above sea level, and we are 1 degree warmer than we should be. Okay, let's do 1 notch of flaps. We got 3 greens, so our lights are on. We got our proper icing system on. We don't need it. Okay, gonna reach up here and do.
Align with the runway and takeoff.
Just flipped our switch to landing lights, so all our strobes are on. Do one last check. Okay. I think we're good. Now I got to get my brain working faster. And this has a lot more torque than the other ones, so. Airspeed's live. Full throttle. Bring her back. Our percentages is flashing red, so I'll just bring that back. Woo! Okay. Let's just go ahead and rotate this bad boy. Tap the brakes.
We are now in the air. Remember that here at NeoFly we have to take care about our cargo and passengers. Don't bank or pitch too much for the entire flight. Now climb to 1,000 feet AGL.
Okay.
Dare Tango Echo Romeo, continue for north departure.
Now we gotta slow down. Now we got a speed limit to worry about. We gotta stay below 250 true airspeed on this, so. Okay, we're just gonna fly nice and easy to that.
Dare Tango Echo Romeo, please acknowledge.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Deer Valley Tower Dare Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo continue for north departure.
So now we're just gonna go ahead and turn to the north. I don't know if NeoFly, hopefully they don't flunk us for doing this. Yeah, our internet's horrible today. Of course. Okay, let's just get this going. So our gears up, our flaps up. We are 1,000 feet above, but wow. This is where it becomes, things are gonna go. I just need to find the altitude they want us at. I wish they would tell us the altitude. Because I have mountains. Okay, now we're back online again. I'm just trying to find the altitude they want us at.
Dare Tango
There we
Echo
are.
Romeo, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Okay.
Deer Valley Tower Dare Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo frequency change.
This is the hardest part, is trying to find what altitude they want you at. Especially when you have mountains around us. This is... Okay, we're trying to get 1,000 feet above.
Now do a U-turn. Remember to watch your bank angle.
Okay, finally. I'm gonna go ahead and set this. Alright. Let's go ahead and do us a 360, shall we? Or not, 180 degree turn. And I do have it in comfort mode right now. Our airspeed's good. And what I mean by comfort, in this plane we have a half bank on our autopilot right here. I have that done, so we're only going to do a half a bank. We're not going to do a 45 degree bank. When you click this, it puts us halfway between. So that's real comfortable. It makes us for a very long turn. But if you have VIPs on you, on board, they don't want the plane to bank at an extreme. So you just push that button. And on our jets, we have the same thing. Wow, I'm still climbing. I'm not quite sure. Hope it doesn't bust us here. Things are quirky today for some reason.
Now climb to 3,000 feet AGL. Maintain the same heading.
Okay, we're gonna climb to 3,000 feet AGL, which is above ground level. And we're at 1,200, so we're just gonna go ahead and start off with, let's see what it does at 5. Push the button and away we go. Actually, I want to climb feet per minute. Because I'm going to climb us right up there and slow us down. If that'd say climb to 5,000 feet, the AGL is constantly moving, so I really not sure what she's looking for. And not maintaining that altitude will bust your Checkride pretty quick, so there's 2,000 above ground level, and it shows me right here that's above ground. But you don't know if it's field altitude, actual altitude. There's a plane flying right above us, and Phoenix is right in front of us. So the closer I get to 5,000, I'm going to slow my feet per minute climb. We got plenty of time. There's no sense in hurrying. The minute she says hold that altitude, that's the altitude we want to hold. Shouldn't be this difficult, but it is. This is a fun plane to fly. So
Now fly a complete circle and maintain the exact same altitude.
okay, that's where she wants us to be, so 4,700 feet. Or, yeah, 47, so we'll lock that in. Lock that altitude in. Now we're going to do a 360 degrees, so we checked either side of us, the mountains are fine. I still have it at half bank, so it's going to be just a nice, easy 360. Looks like a dog track right there to our left, or a horse racetrack. Oh, I went too far on my bug. So the only thing I gotta watch is my airspeed. There is a speed limit at 10,000 feet or lower. Cannot go any faster than 250 miles an hour. So, and right now we've got 256 on, indicated and 169 on true airspeed, so keep an eye on that. 169, we're still 100 miles slower than we need to be, so we're fine. But there is a speed limit now. We just can't full throttle. And with the planes we've been flying so far, it's full throttle. We never have to worry about it because our plane can never go that fast. Now, and jets are really tough. When we fly the longitude, we take off and immediately I have to throttle back, because if we keep takeoff power and don't climb, that's the only way you bleed that speed off, is if you set your takeoff power, rotate, and point that thing to the sky, or you will just overspeed so fast. Which is a cool problem to have. So you just got to get used to the minute you rotate, steep out, climb, and then throttle back, and then level. To keep your speed where you want it. There's our airport right off to the nose, so we're going right back into their airspace, but it's nice to do this in an airport that doesn't have airspace, but we're just not communicating. We could actually not even communicate. We could go back and do our touch and go and full stop landing without even talking to them. Is that the proper way? No, but we can't do it that way. I just try to stay in the habit of okay, we're coming up on our 360. And you can see the center screen, we're right in their airspace. Them little blue lines right here are the different levels of airspace, so we're right where we shouldn't be. But apparently they haven't yelled at us yet, so we're good.
Now go back to departure airport, align with the runway and do a touch and go. A landing vertical speed higher than -400 feet per minute will not allow you to pass the qualification.
Okay, so we're got to do a touch and go. And that 400 feet per minute, we cannot be any faster on our descent. So we basically got to have a nice smooth landing. If we're coming in hot and hard, we'll fail. I kind of like to keep it between, well, if you can do 20 feet per minute, that's a nice soft landing. So let's go ahead and get set up. I'm going to lose some altitude. Bring my throttle back. This is a good, so I got it set at 500 foot a minute descent. And I'm basically idling. I got a little bit, but not much on the throttle. But now we start doing 15, I mean, we'll climb at 3,000 feet a minute now. We're gonna get boogieing. Alright, let's see what they want us to do. So we're gonna contact our airport again, and that's the DVT. And we want to request a touch and
Deer
go.
Valley Tower, Dare Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo is 7 miles south, 4,100 feet with Quebec for touch and go.
Dare Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo Deer Valley Tower. Altimeter tree 0.24 phoneme alphabet equals X Microsoft UPS PH equals WIHND wind slash phoneme 0 tree 0 at 14. Enter left base runway 7 right.
Okay, 7 right, left base. Acknowledge.
Make left base runway 7 right, Dare Tango Echo Romeo.
Okay, that's the same runway we took off at. Airport's right at our nose. Now this is when you just want to take your time. Come in for a nice soft landing. Don't be in a hurry, because you don't want to make it this far and fail your check ride and have to start over again. So we're going to have a nice long downwind. We want to set this landing up. Okay, I'm going to change my altitude to 2,500 feet. It's going to put us just a little bit above. Now we got to remember we have a really shallow bank, so if it becomes too shallow, I can always take that button off and we can do a 45-degree bank. But then you flirt with going over and busting your check ride if you go over that 45-degree. Okay, let's go ahead and land this. Touch and go, runway 7 right. 1 notch of flap. Autopilot off. My plane. So we got 3 in the green, which means your landing gear is down and locked. There's our runway 7 right. And this we're going to be a lot faster. We are definitely going to be landing faster than we ever have before. Go ahead and do another notch. Trim the plane. Now that we have our flaps down, I need to add power to make sure we keep our sweet spot, which is going to be about 90 knots. We don't even want to come close to our stall speed.
Air Tango Echo Romeo phoneme alphabet equals X Microsoft UPS PH equals WIHND wind slash phoneme 0 tree 1 at 17. Cleared touch and go left traffic runway 7 right.
7 right.
Clear cleared touch and go runway 7 right Dare Tango Echo Romeo.
Okay, on this runway we have no indication of glide slope. I don't see any lights up there, so we're just gonna have to, we're basically old school. If the runway starts climbing in my windshield, that means I'm too low. If it starts dropping in my windshield, I'm too high. So now I'm just watching the threshold of our runway and just, we're coming in a little high, but the closer I get, my airspeed's about where I want it. And this has a really long lag, so when I throttle back, it takes a while, like spools down, or when I need power, it takes a while. It's not instant anymore, so you really have to stay ahead of your plane. So if you wait to the last minute and you need to set your power, it's pretty much too late. I kind of like the way this looks though. We got an 11 knot wind off the left side of our plane, so there's a slight crab. Not bad. We got them little blinky lights and our two big lines on the runway. That's always our touchdown point. And this is pretty close to the same speed we land the Baron at. But I'm light. I don't have a lot of weight, so okay, let's do our check. Our gumps are 3 in the green, our flaps are set, our speed's good. Definitely have our 7 right runway. I don't have any glide slope indicators, so I don't know if I'm high or low. We just gotta wing it. Now our wind's down to 9 knots off to our left nose, and we are going to land. I'm way high, but that's fine. Now we gotta make sure we do not reverse the motor. I'm at 30%, so I can bring it back, bring it back. There we go. Just let her on down. This is where you want it nice and easy. Touch. 1 notch flap up, get our center line, full throttle.
Well done. You can now fly traffic pattern and do your final landing.
Okay, that was good. Now let's go ahead and just set our okay, we took our flaps up, our gears up. We're just going to level off at our pattern altitude. And we're going to go ahead and line up for 7 right again. And watch your speed. To see I'm already up to 188. Got to keep that below 250. Now if you want to see the bank difference here, I can just push this button and watch our roll. See how much more it's going to go right up to that 45 degree. And if you got a queasy passenger, they may not like that at all, but it really tightens our turn a lot quicker. And it's right at the 45 degree. So we'll use that. When we have VIPs on, we definitely will not bank this much. All right, let's do our downwind. Let's go ahead and check in. This time we're going to request a full stop landing.
Deer Valley Tower Dayer Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo 2,500 feet to land.
Dollar Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo Deer Valley Tower. Altimeter tree 0.26 wind 0 tree 117. Fly left traffic runway 7 right.
Oh well, we got our internet back. They didn't.
Make left traffic runway 7 right Dayer Tango Echo Romeo.
Okay, it's our same runway. We just landed. Hello, Gato. Oh, Harley, man. My cat wants to fly with me and I can't. Go away, buddy. Okay. I had a Gato problem in my cockpit. The cat loves to fly with me. Okay, let's slow this way down. I'm out of... Gotta start our dumps.
Echo Romeo wind 029er at 17. Cleared to land runway 7 right.
Cleared to land runway 7 right.
Cleared to land runway 7 right Dayer Tango Echo Romeo.
Okay, 1 notch of flaps. Bring our power up. Go ahead and bring our landing gear down. See, it's red, unsafe, unsafe. The gear's coming down, and when everything's good, we'll see 3 green. Bam. Okay, we know our landing gear's good. We have 1 notch of flap. We're gonna go ahead and do 1 more notch of flap. That's gonna slow us up even more. I'm gonna get right around these mountains and I'll turn base and final. And I do have my bank off, so we will do a nice tight 45 degree bank. So let's just start that now. Whee! It's different seeing that bank angle that's extreme because I don't use it very often. Okay, there's our runway. We got gear down, we got flaps down, we got our speed. It's gonna come up because I gotta start descending. Got the turbulence off of that little mountain we just crossed over. Our throttle's set at 48. We need to bring that down just a little bit, which is gonna lower the nose. Bringing our nose down. We've already been cleared to land runway 7 right. Same wind as before, 9 knots off to our left nose. So we'll have just a little crab, not much. So I'm thinking I'm going to level up, be promoted, so we should be able to start taking VIPs. That's the preferred. I like to take VIPs on the jet and the TBM. Okay, our airspeed's 90 knots. I've got a 300 feet per minute descent. We're going to bring that up a little bit. Looks good. We are going to land. 3 green, flap set, speed's good, runway identified. These you have to, if you're going to do a misapproach, you want to do it as soon as possible. So you just keep telling yourself you're going to land until you're not. And if we're not going to land, we need to get bugging out sooner than later. We don't have as many options as we do as them little planes. We got to stay ahead of this one. So 93. We're good on our airspeed. We're a little bit high, but that's okay. I'll just go ahead and trim. There's our wind sock that shows us our wind that we're expecting, and get into ground effect.
Well done. Now taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
Okay, I'm going full reverse. I don't even have the brakes on. I'm just floating. See how well that shuts us down.
Delta Tango Echo Romeo, turn next taxiway.
So I haven't even touched the brakes yet, and we're already down to just roll right off here. Okay, we've
Delta Tango
passed
Echo
it.
Romeo, contact ground on 121 decimal 8.
Okay, let's do this. Acknowledge.
121 decimal 8 for Dair Tango Echo Romeo.
Flaps up, taxi light on, turn to ground, taxi to parking.
Deer Valley ground, Dair Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo taxi to parking.
Delta Sierra Kilo Echo Echo Tango Echo Romeo, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Charlie.
Okie dokie. Charlie, taxi.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Charlie Dair Tango Echo Romeo.
Okay, on this one we have to switch from landing lights to taxi lights. So I've already done that now that we're taxiing. The other planes I have a switch for either one, so I just kind of turn them both on. If nobody's ahead of you and you're not blinding them, why not? But this one, I will get busted if I don't switch my lights. Neofly tracks that. They don't want you taxiing without the proper lights on, so. Okay, we're just gonna go do a nice little roll up here. This thing wants to fly on the ground. Okay, let's set our parking brake and come up here. Start shutting everything off.
Congratulations, you passed your qualification. Have a nice day.
And promoted. So anytime something's wrong, you're going to get these switches going on. We can just quiet them because we shut it down. So you can take a look outside. So there's our new TBM, the new toy. Have our lights flashing, our strobes on. It's a good looking plane. fun to fly. So now we can fly it. Okay. Now we'll just go ahead and shut everything off. And our masters will shut everything off and stop it. 30 minutes, do a test flight. So now where do we want to fly? It's a good plane to fly to the Caribbean, Mexico. But now we'll be flying higher, so I don't know if that's going to be boring. It's not boring for me, but I don't know. What's it like for... Okay, we are a first officer. We got to go to 3,000 for our next promotion. Now we got 3 check marks, so now our next one's going to be a multi-engine turboprop, which there's not a lot that I like to fly. There's the King Air 350. Yeah. So everything's good. We got 2 planes now. Definitely going to keep both of those. We can fly either one we want, whenever we want. Now we have the one loan. So let's go ahead and get rid of a couple $1 million. We'll put 2 million, so now we only own 2.5 mil. That's easy. Okay, let's kind of look at our missions. Now we're going to want into our shorter, I mean these will be 3 or 4 hours, but now we can fly places. And go up to South Dakota, and we can even do longer. So that can get us over into Florida, Illinois. So yeah, we can have more options. And of course you can always do your small flights, but we'll be cruising 300 miles an hour now, so we can do 900 miles in a couple hours. It might be fun to get down here to Belize, Cuba, and fly this until summer hits. So we'll make that decision our next time, but we're definitely going to be flying the TBM for a while, and we'll be looking for our Cessna Longitude jet. It will be our next purchase, and probably the next airport we land that has that available, we'll be buying it, so we'll have another Checkride. But right now we'll just find us places to fly and have fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you next time.